Hi, everyone. It's great to welcome everybody back. If there's new people here, it's all good because each class is independent. So if you missed one, it's all great. You can come to this one. You can make up the other one if you'd like. One thing I forgot to mention last time is that there's a quiz, and it's a very good feature because it's a really good way. Part of what I want to teach everyone here is to build your skills. And to do that, the best way to do it is to review and to quiz yourself and to make sure that you've got it right. You won't be graded on it. I mean, you will get a grade, but nobody's checking. So you can take it multiple times. So it's a really good feature. I just want to remind also this class is a multi-level class. So there might be a lot of sources and it's okay if you don't get through them. The idea is to start getting used to learning text, reading through them. What I did this time, I can't remember if I did it last week or not, but I put when I worked on punctuation and I want you to punctuate the text of the Gemara, I also made it so that you can punctuate the English. So if your Hebrew is not good and it's hard for you in Hebrew and you want to learn just to get punctuation skills, you can even get it in the English. So I set that up in a way that you can also punctuate in the English section if that's good for you. Okay, we're going to get started. I'm going to do a very small intro because I want to really maximize your time in Chavruta. We're going to hope for 20-minute Chavruta slots. Basically, it's going to break up into 20 minutes Chavruta, 20 minutes class, 20 minutes Chavruta, 20 minutes class. With a very, very short intro. So our topic for today, we were learning about Tikun Olam, which is kind of situation where the rabbis see that something, even though theoretically it should be working and the system should be working in a particular way, doesn't always work out that way. So today's topic is going to be, which is very nice because we're in the Shemitah year right now, and our topic is going to be Prusbal, which is the idea of the Shemitah year. The main thing people know is that the land is supposed to lie fallow. We're not supposed to work the land. That's not what we're going to be talking about today. The other element of Shemitah that's very important is what's called Shmitat Ksafim, which is a very interesting halacha. It basically means that if you loan somebody money, and the loan, we'll talk about it, the loan had to have been due before or during the Shemitah year. Comes the end of the Shemitah year, and it's canceled. Okay, if your loan was for a 10-year loan, or you did a loan 2 years ago and you said it's a 3-year loan and it'll be past the Shemitah year, then it's not relevant. But if your loan was due before or during the Shemitah year and it was never paid back, basically the loan is canceled. And you can imagine why this would be a bit of a complicated issue. And in fact, the Torah already, you're going to see this quoted in the Gemara, the Torah already warns people of, don't say, oh, it's going to be near the Shemitah year and I'm not going to loan money to people because I won't get my money back. Right? The idea of the law is obviously, or I don't know if it's so obvious, but there's different reasons given for this law, but it's a way of trying to say we have to be sympathetic to people who can't always pay back the money. And if they haven't paid back their money until a certain point, then we should just let it go. Okay, and it's a way of teaching us to be compassionate and understanding of people. But the other problem is that it doesn't always work out well because in the end, there could be some backlash and people might stop loaning money. And we're going to see that at a certain point, Hillel, who's the famous Hillel, right? Beit Hillel, Beit Shammai, we always talk about. So this is the Hillel that the students were called Beit Hillel. Hillel Hazaken, the elder, decides that we have to make a change because people are stopping to loan money. So that's our basic topic. Just so you know, I just thought it would be fun to see what a shtar prusbal looks like. So I put it on the first page. Don't spend a lot of time on it, but you can take a look and see what a shtar prusbal looks like. Okay, I'll even share my screen right now and show you that I'm on the sheet. Okay, I brought one in Hebrew and then I brought a translation in English. So here you see what exactly it looks like. Okay, I don't want you to spend too much time on the details, but you'll see more when we get into the class, and maybe you want to read this a little bit more after, once we learn the text, to have a better understanding of what this shtar is all about. Basically, just to give you the practicals, people toward the end of the Shemitah year, they all sign on these shtar prusbals, which basically means that if I loaned you money, I can still claim the money back. And a lot of people do this so that they can still basically get their loans back, and the Shemitah year doesn't actually cancel them. Okay, the question is going to be a big question, which is, I think if you haven't thought about it yet, but the obvious question is going to be, well, the Torah has this law of Shmitat Ksafim, which is all the loans are canceled, and there's good reason to have that law. And then the rabbis basically just, Hillel comes and basically changes all that. And the Gemara is going to grapple with this. How exactly does it work? And not just the Gemara, but we're going to see there's some debate among Tannaitic sources. And we're going to learn a lot of different interesting things about it today. So with that, I'm going to send you to Chavruta and we'll meet back in 20 minutes. Okay.